gametes. How do we do gametes from this? Okay, and the back. How do we make gametes from multicellular one end there? How do we make gametes? How do I know it's a gamete? Well, I know it's a gamete because I'm doing the same thing on this side, and I'm getting a cell here, and I'm getting a cell there, because I eventually want to do this. Okay, that's what I want to do. So, to get from a multicellular haploid to a gamete, what do I use? Huh? Mitosis. Mitosis. Is that what you learned in 4A? Mitosis produces gametes? What did you learn in 4A?
Meiosis.
Oh! Wow, you have to undo what you've learned. Certainly your teacher did tell you, though, this is true in animals, but not necessarily other organisms. Right? Your teacher told you that? Oh, no,
Yes.
I wasn't listening. I wasn't there that day. Right? Okay, so now we have 2N, okay, a zygote, don't we? Right? Is that correct? Some of you are staring at this like, can I go on? Okay. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get the best of both worlds. I'm going to make a multicellular diploid by mitosis. Haploid, multicellular, diploid, multicellular. This one likes to grow in really wet environments, and it's probably a remnant of an ancient algae of some sort, and it's modified for certain conditions. But hey, I'm a tree. I don't want to live that way. I want to be able to live on the top of the mountain. Not very wet up there. It's pretty dry and cool. I'm going to modify. I'm going to have both. When I'm one of these, I'm going to be underneath the soil and in the rocks and stuff, and I'm growing between the moss. Well, I'm going to be sort of like a moss. Okay. Now, to get to this is going to produce a 1N. Someplace along the line, I'm going to do what to get from 2N to 1N? Meiosis. Okay, meiosis. And I'm going to pick that cell right there, okay, to do that. So in other words, there's special spots on a multicellular organism that commits to doing that. In the case of you, that spot is an ovary if you're female, and testis if you're a male. Now, meiosis produces 4 cells. Each one is capable of producing one of these. What are these cells called? I did meiosis. Do I call them gametes? Can I call them gametes? I did meiosis. Can? No, I already used the word gametes. I can't use it twice. I got to call this something else. These things here, because they're going from one environment to another, the environment might not be ready for those yet. So they have to have some special coverings over them. And they're not going to be looking like a gamete. A gamete is shed and used usually almost immediately. These are going to be spores. Okay? So the plant that produces the spores is going to be called another word for plant is phyte. Okay? This is going to be a spore phyte. And this is going to be a what? Gametophyte. And it's called a haplodiplontic life cycle. And this has sporic meiosis. Could be called the sporic meiosis cycle. Okay. So does that shed a little light on cycles and why you had to do the exercise? And before you leave today, well, I'll do this for you. I'm going to give these back to you, and I would like you to make it as beautiful as possible with all the added information you have, okay? And then turn that in online. I'll open it up, and all you have to do is transfer this stuff, okay, into online stuff, okay? And then put it up. Be creative, but be correct.
Like take a picture of our drawing and upload it, you mean?
Or do you want us to do
Well,
it all
if you're
online?
happy with it, but if you
Oh,
want to...
no, like, I mean, once we finish, I mean, once we fix
Oh,
it, you want a
yeah.
photo of
Yeah,
the
because
picture?
this is a Word document.
Okay,
Always
yeah.
convert it to PDF, okay? And if you have pictures, I mean, if you're not, you know, you can write in arrows and you can type in words. If you don't want to do that, then fine. But let me give you a word of caution. If you're going to write it out, write it really dark. Make sure every letter is well formed and I can see each letter and I can see each arrow and each process. Take the time to make it dark enough and large enough so I can see it easily. Because some of you are turning in stuff that I can't see, okay? So it's your responsibility to do that. Or you can use the word processor and put in an arrow there and then a word there and then you know, and then say, well, I can't make arrows, I don't know how to do that. So I'm just going to use a dash, a line, a dotted line, fine. So every dotted line you see is an arrow, fine, I'm okay with that. You told me what you're doing, okay, I don't care how you do it. Take the easy route, if you're good at word processing, you got this big elaborate thing, fine. All you want to do is see that now, most of yours are correct, you know what you're doing, okay? But now I gave you some information on how to really spice it up a little bit. Just do that and turn that in, okay? And then take a peek at one of the life cycles in your book and see how close you come to it, or which one it approximates, because you're all going to come up with different life cycles. Which one does it approximate? Or what part of a life cycle does it approximate, see? That's all. That's all I'm asking you to do, okay? Sydney. And then I get to learn some of your names while I hand them back to you. And we have Liddell. And we have Brenda Peterson. We have Jose Rocha. And Sebastian.
Yeah.
Brenda Lee. And Nabu. And Monica Cruz. Stephanie Perez.
I just wanna be alone tonight. I just wanna take a little breather. Cause lately all we do is fight. And every time it cuts me deeper. Cause something's changed, you've been acting so strange. And it's taking its toll